Hey guys, it's Mysterious JG, and welcome back to Let's Play Romance of Three Kingdoms 13. Full disclosure, I just recorded and scrapped a video of this. Oh, excuse me. Gross. I just recorded a video of this where I kind of like right off the bat sort of goofed up, so I decided to just consider it a false start and I'm starting over. But it's a Dream of Heroes, the Zhang Wei scenario. This is the last hero mode, and since I've already done a main game playthrough of this, and it's a long game, and there's a lot of other games I want to play, it's unlikely I'll do another main playthrough, which means this is going to be it for the LP when I finish this hero mode. But it is supposed to be a bit of a doozy from what I've heard. It might not be an easy thing to pull off. They generally were getting harder as we went, although I didn't find Yiling and Flames to be as difficult as War God Under Siege. But Sleeping Dragon Ascends was not super easy, so we'll see how A Dream of Heroes goes. Oh, I guess it's not going to let me choose to start the text when I want to. There's a kid in the hallway just yelling her head off. This one is a fantasy. What if Stereo Tale not gotten any Western books after Zhuge Liang's death? Shu has at once suppressed all lands north of Wudo, succeeding in the northern campaign that was Zhuge Liang's dearest wish. Yang Wei is aiming for Luoyang, as in all times a hero was rising to fight against the cruel fate. So we will go ahead and take a crack at this. Zhang Wei, officer of Shu, wise and talented, originally served Wei, but surrendered because of his mom's attacked in order 9 times till Shu's strength, something or other, was used up, I guess. Yeah, and this is a long voice-acted intro, so I can just, like, drink some water or something. The blood rises.
另一方面，在魏军阵营，司马懿观天象后，便立即下达军令，开始向五丈原进军。司马懿率领魏军到达五丈原时，蜀军阵营已经消失得无影无踪了。
真奇怪，
蜀军为何拔营撤离了呢
？PPP, you must be eliminated. Does Suma mean what? Is his name What Yi? Because a couple of times when somebody shouts, "What?" the voice actor goes, "Suma." Shut up, kid. Jesus. Fuck. You might be able to hear that. It's not a kid. Like, I don't think the kids in harm's way or danger. They're just, like, playing and screaming. No, that is not a logical, that's not a logical thing to wonder about at this moment. He thinks Zhuge Liang is alive and manipulated the stars to create a false omen. But all that really ties into the fact that it's fallacy to think that stars indicate people's lives and death. I just totally lost the astrology audience. The horoscope people are angry now. Yeah, Zhuge Liang is a pretty smart dude, but I don't think he was into, like, stellar manipulation. These are the days of our lives. You sure can. Our dream will live in the form of a video game series that keeps repeating the same story. Multiple games, actually. Series. And so we have, like, the Zhuge Liang nebula forms in the sky. And as I recall, like I said, I just got done recording a video that I scrapped because I just kind of fouled things up right off the bat. He's about to get shot with some kind of star laser here. Yes. Suma Yi using his evil, dark feather fan Muso to defeat the Zhuge Liang nebula. This is but a fantasy. A story you'll not find in any history book. It is a story that may have taken place or may not have. Sure. After Zhuge Liang's death, Jiang Wei turned his back on his last words and relinquished his military to Wei Yan, appearing to have a falling out with him. The Wei army, sworn enemy of the Shu army, will fight the Shu army in Nanzhong, went back to Chang'an in relief, only to have the latter surge up north, capturing the Liang province. He had gone against his master's wishes to bring his master's dream to fruition. The strategy appeared successful at first. However, it proved to be nothing but the prologue to yet another unknown tumultuous battle. And that's Zhihao Ba on the right, the son of Zhihao Yuan, who is defecting to Shu here. Per the novel, he defects to Shu when the Suma clan starts taking over and kicking the Caos and the Zhihaos out of positions of power. So Sima Yi and Cao Shuang are locked in political struggle. And in Dynasty Warriors, he's kind of derpy, goofy kid. So when Cao Fang took the throne in his garden, Sima Yi tried to seize his power. My old master Cao Shuang raised an army to stop him. Oh. With Sima Yi now ill, it seems to be the perfect time to strike. But, when frankly, our chance of victory is not terribly high. Yet whoever wins, Wei army soldiers will be on the move. That is certain. Now would be the best time for the Shu army to hit the plains. Hit the bricks, Junior. Indeed, if what you say is so, yet why would you, son of the great Zhihao Yuan, seek refuge with the Shu army? I'm afraid. None have yet to plumb the depths of that Sima Yi. He will never allow one who has stood against him even once to just go free, especially a descendant of a famed king. There's nothing I would desire more than to fall in glorious battle, but to die with a dagger on my back at the courts, having achieved nothing? That would suck. Couple 13. Very well, I shall accept your surrender. I'll head for the central plains and raise a new army. We march for Luoyang. On the way, we capture Chang'an and Hongdong. Prepare for deployment post-haste. It's best time, he says. As nice as that sounds, this really is the only chance we have. The control of the army I gave to Wei Yan to gain Liang still remains with him. One cannot say our army is organized. Furthermore, though our soldiers and land are at their limit, the Wei army knows Sima Yi is quietly gaining more power. Tony, no. WCW. That's a obscure wrestling reference there to Dustin Rhodes' bizarre evil character that only showed up like twice on Nitro. What am I complaining for? I'm used to fighting with my back to the water. Minister, watch over me. I, Zhang Wei, will not give up. Alright, so here's the situation. The reason I just aborted a video is because I attacked Chang'an immediately and just kind of didn't do a very good job in the battle. But I do believe we're supposed to attack Chang'an almost immediately. That being said, we only take over 3 cities in this campaign, I think. And, unless I'm wrong. I mean, unless there's a big plot twist later on. But, to defeat Wei, I mean, Luoyang is the capital. We take Luoyang, we've defeated Wei. So that's Luoyang. So we only need to take over 3 cities. Now, there's going to be huge amounts of troops in all these cities. But some plot stuff might happen that might help us out. It's hard to say. Certainly, the Kingdom of Shu has a lot less troops at its disposal than the Kingdom of Wei does. So I think that your best bet is to take Chang'an fairly quickly and then start building. Now, we've got 2 districts. The Liushan districts will do nothing to help us. Don't know why that we don't have Wu Wei and Jincheng, but we don't. So we got to work with these 5 cities. And I think probably, I don't know, because there's a Wu city between Shangyang and everything else, which means I doubt that they'll ever be a big military part of our campaign, but we probably do want to build up their domestics so they can be kind of like a breadbasket for us. We want to get serious troop counts going in Tianshui and Hanzhong. Liu Hua is a good officer. I'm going to look at the officers that are in each city and move them around a little bit. Because Liu Hua has... he's a prisoner? Oh, he's the officer of prisoners. He has attack command, which decreases attack and morale. That's a really good skill to have in this game. So we probably want him to be in one of the cities that's going to be marching troops. But for right now, I think what I really want to do is just start 10 officers, 6 officers, 6, 4, 2. But we've got a couple years to work with. I'd like to get some good domestic officers over there. Somebody that we won't be using much in combat. Looks like we're all domestic type officers or warrior officers here. I want to grab him from my force, and I'll give somebody else. I'll give them somebody else as to make up for it, I guess. You're not terrible. What's your? Am I giving up an even better strategy? Lowers enemy horse defense. Yeah, you get it. You can have him. Greatly increase zone defense? Nah. Alright, so that means they'll have to assign some new governors. Because I just, who's actually in on Ding? Oh man, nobody can be the governor? Right, well, that'll mean we'll have to move somebody else around to restore our numbers. Now we're down to 4 here. So you can take one of these guys. He's not a bad officer. What's his strategy? Increase bow units attack and range. Oh, we got a guy with the burn skill too. But I don't think we'll be on defense that often. And that's a much easier skill, in my opinion, to use when you're defending than it is when you're attacking. So now we should have governors in all these cities except Hanzhong. I could make somebody governor of Hanzhong. Well, we can have a military minister. Could be somebody with an actual military skill like Wang Yiping, who can give us better spear troops. And then Mahjong can be our domestic minister, because nobody can actually give us multiple orders anyway. Now if we pull back the camera a little bit, look at our different cities actually. Shangyang needs to increase its culture and its commerce so that it can develop into a mid-sized city. And I believe the same goes for Wudou. Everyone else, I kind of want them to work on increasing their just their troop count, so fealty mostly. So if I were to hold city councils, I'm not going to invite anybody because I don't want to hurt their feelings, and I ignore their... How do I get over there to actually do that? Yeah. So for these guys, I want to get... yeah, try to get up to 2,000. It'll be difficult because you only got 3 officers, but it still needed to happen. On Zhang, we want to do fealty, and that's mostly what I care about. Udo. We want to get... Actually, we need to improve everything here. So they might be at that for a while. You guys increase fealty, and all that's left is on Ding, and I want them to increase fealty. Now we can placate some stuff. +6 leadership. Oh, the mounted archers would be a really neat thing to take over from them. Because they do tend to use those against me, and it gets on my nerves a lot. And because I attacked first last time and it didn't go that well, I'm going to just... ooh, that costs a lot of cash. I wonder what it cost when I did it, or if it cost anything. So I'm going to take away those mounted archers that annoy me so much. I don't know how long they'll stay gone before somebody goes and placates them back. You guys had a bunch of suggestions. Burn through cash this way, though. So the key are like barbarians, I think. And they're kind of like, yeah, they were like kidnap women and hold them for ransom and raid villages and stuff. But they also have mounted archers, because that was like the Mongols used to have mounted archers as like their tactical nuclear weapon of the day. Nobody shoot at you, and if you try to chase them down, they rode away from you on a horse, and then kept shooting at you. So we got rapports increasing, patrols are happening. It's all pretty cool. And hopefully Jiang Wei is going to be able to win a debate against just regular guy that he may be facing out here. Listen to me, there's absolutely nothing to lose by joining Life Force. I can stay quiet no longer. Your logic is fundamentally flawed. Ooh, she's an actual Wei officer. She's one of the Wei outs. I'll make this simple for you. I'm really curious who she is now. But, this is going to be harder than just a regular old villager. So I'm going to try to insist here. The time is now. The time is up. The time is now. Focus and hope that she just does a regular old assert and not the big ass kicking insist. And now I'm going to do the big ass kicking insist. And that was not a good time to use focus, lady. So I got 4 int experience. Liu Shan is the true ruler. He shall obey Shu army. Oh, stupid idea, buddy. I forgot for a minute that we had to actually convince you that that we're technically convincing you that you're listening to Liu Shan as the true ruler. I'm trying to think if I should, just to get more cash, if I should also be. But anyway, I can report my victory here. Now that I'm out in the field, the question becomes, do we want to take over any more villages while I'm out? So Fufang could give us commerce to one of our cities. Wujiang Plains would be good because it gives us more leadership. Population's good. I'm guessing I'll just placate as many villages as I can before we do anything else. Is there any villages out here that we don't already control? There's no neutral villages that we should be placating now. So I'll grab some commerce. It's costing 900 gold though, yikes. I wish you could just do it out of your own funds. Am I just like sitting? Oh, I didn't actually go. Oops. Yeah, that was me goofing up there. I'm gonna slip on through here and quick take over one of your villages. We might end up facing the same lady in debate again. And it's springtime. My impartiality raised our loyalty, which is good. Now I missed the chance to accept Guan Yiping's suggestion. I might want to think about just attacking quickly before they can placate those the key again and getting their horse archers back. Yeah, she must be the best debater in Chang'an because she keeps appearing to defend any of their cities from being won over by my feminine wiles. Why would she have the advantage? I don't get it. Well, anyway. Shirty. She's thinking about her husband, headache guy. This isn't going that well, honestly. Yeah, this is actually going horribly. But they cannot insist. So I should... Actually, I should win here, yeah, because I have a higher int and have sealed off everything that I couldn't defeat with that tactic, so... Shu-han is a true ruler. Fu Fang will totally obey, because that's clearly our best option. 100% Shu, folks. They are totally down with us. So that increased the commerce of what city? That increased the Hanzhong got 500 commerce for that. Alright. I'll save the game because I feel like we've been pushing our luck a little bit with all this placating. And, so I'm curious now. Oh man, Chang'an is actually getting more troops too. It's not just like capped at 50,000. And I want to find out who this lady is. Zhihao Mao, who's Xiao Dun's idiot son. Oh no, son of Xiao Yuan, adopted by Xiao Dun, although he was Xiao Dun's real child, according to official history. Met the attacking Shu forces in battle, was defeated, fled to Hu, where he never returned. So he's got, yeah, he does not have good stats, because I remember him being kind of an idiot. But here's Xinjiang. So she's an order. She's Jinpi's daughter. Daughter Jinpi and wife of the Wei Minister Yang Dan, mother to Yang Zhu. It was her advice that allowed Yang Zhu to remain safe in the turbulent politics of the time. Okay. So that's a 900. How much actual gold have we... I'm gonna go placate the Wuzhang Plains. Keep an eye out on for Q, making sure that it doesn't get placated away from us. It's going to restore law, order, and justice. Doesn't look like anybody's trying to take over those cities. Inquiry on what farm to build. Oh, okay, cool. So, plant breeding center reduces working time, or we can have an additional effect of 7. Pretty similar, honestly. Let's turn money or +7. Brewery. Keeping an eye on these villages to make sure that nobody's... because I think if somebody tried to placate them away from us, I don't know whether we'd be told or not. If we'd get an opportunity to go out there and win a debate to keep them. Chen Castle probably more valuable to us than... I am so sick of this shit! What is your deal? Stop talking our villages away from us! Mm-hmm. Oh good, she used focus, which is generally just not a big good idea. For her, I mean. The computer AI, not that I haven't lost plenty of these debates that I should have won, but the AI does tend to use focus to get more spirit or whatever when they haven't actually used any yet. And I guess we might as well get the last of these villages. And then I think I'll call it a video there. Makes sense to me. Persuade, 20 days with 45 variation. And so I'll do coax instead of persuade because that's always 30. Or 30 maximum, I guess. So we gave shu-han time to get a few more troops. But I think ultimately taking away the commerce, giving our guys more leadership, etc. I think we overall did well by doing this. I want to check and see. You guys are supposed to be working on fealty, and your fealty has definitely gone up. Your fealty has gone up, but not quite as far. Fealty here is going up. You guys are inching your way towards being a bigger city, and you guys are, I guess, supposed to be doing that too, although it doesn't seem like it's going that well. Hey, it's Guado Salam again. Gudao, I guess is the name of that city. He wants to improve culture. I say you do that thing. Oh, died. Time is frozen. That's a problem. Had a brief moment of wondering if my computer had crashed, and then realizing I'm not actually looking at the computer, I'm looking at the PlayStation inputs. Is key. Nobody is taking it over. Nobody is taking over. Okay, they appear to be not fighting for these villages. Other than Jin Jiangying keeps showing up to have an argument each time, but once she loses the argument, it appears that they're just going to let those villages go. Oh, her dad has now inspired her. I was hoping she wouldn't use provoke. I have to hope that the same thing that works last time works, and it didn't. So I fail. In fairness, we'd won like 3 debates in a row with her. It was time for her to get one. So we will try again. I'm kind of kicking myself for losing that debate, though. We're wasting time. It seems like we've got good time, a decent amount of time on this one, but we have a lot of troops we're going to have to defeat before this is over. Actually, what is it? It is... We have until the end of 245. So we've still got 5 years. We can't really take a year plus with each city that we take of hanging around. I can stay quiet no longer. Like, stop following me around, lady. I'll listen to you. That worked out so well last time. Sure. So assist will beat provoke. Provoke is the one that she's beaten me with a couple of times here, actually. If she uses insist, I'm in trouble. For some reason, she's not been doing that. Alright. So we will return home. And, let's get somebody else patrolling, and we can help them when we get there. Or something. But I also said it was time to call it a video. Once we got all these villages on our side. I think at this point we marched all of our troops, we'd actually have them outnumbered. Still though, I remember going into battle at Chang'an and just right off the bat not doing a great job last time. So I'm going to save it and be a little careful. Now, with all the money I spent placating villages and stuff, don't know that we'll have enough gold to march out every troop ever. But we'll see what we can do next time. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Romance of Three Kingdoms 13. Bye-bye.